Today we are discussing the Miss Marvel season finale called Episode 6. No Normal? How do you do, G-Pot crew? It's your Nutty Buddy Putty here, and today we're going to be talking about key moments, breakdown, and my thoughts on the season finale of Miss Marvel. Now, this one's called No Normal, which does make sense, especially to the end, which I will get to when we get to the spoiler section. But I do want to state that I've had a bumpy ride with this series. It feels very, put together. I understand that they're changing a lot because of how flexibility and rubberness when it comes to, stretchy skin and all that with Miss Marvel does make something different. Now, first and foremost, keep in mind, as I go through this, I will be explaining things I feel and what has been changed when it comes to the comic book, relation to the show. But as a show itself, I feel it kind of misses the mark and isn't really that good. And that makes me sad, especially since the events that happen in this episode. So I will be going into a great detail. Is it the best episode so far? Well, I hate putting it this way. It's not saying much. But yeah, it probably is the best episode, especially since we now have confirmation of certain things that we really were hoping to find out. But now knowing what has been stated, it makes it for much of a grander and different shift in what has happened. So we do know that Kamala Khan's powers do stem from another dimension or through the bracelet, which I guess goes through another dimension. And it's going to go more into deep detail about that later on. But the story that this tells is really, at the beginning, it gives you a warning of, hey, it might be some things that upset people, especially with, violent nature. But even with that, because there are kids involved, it doesn't feel as, what's the word I'm looking for? There doesn't seem to be as much jeopardy as it feels like. And at the same time, because of the way they've done her powers, the whole rubberiness that they're afraid of based on Mr. Fantastic, things of that nature, is actually taking me out of it more, doing this crystallization look to it. Not that much, but it really has. Okay, what am I saying? It really has taken me out of it. So I want to go ahead and go into details. So I'm going to go ahead and say this right now. I'm going to go into spoiler alert territory right now, because I do want to discuss a few things that I feel are going to be really detrimental if you have any interest in seeing the series. And I usually say these are always spoilers, but this one's a deep spoiler. So let's go ahead and break down some of the stuff that potentially could be bothersome to me. So let's get started. Now, the first thing I want to cover is Cameron's crystallization powers. Now, for those that may not be aware, this is a very much a comic book-esque thing. In the comics, Cameron does have a crystallization power, and he can throw shards and things of that nature to make, more dangerous weapons, much like we end up seeing later in the episode, in the show. So you see that crystallization around here, and they did definitely push him to be the bad guy, even though he's not. But honestly, that's not what my concern is. My concern is how this show has so much connective tissue to things that are totally changed from the comic book, but at the same time, I don't feel like this is a show that really established itself both in young and old hearts. Maybe young kids will love it, but as adults, when you're bringing in stuff that we grew up with, Miss Marvel does not seem like the proper way to start that. And what I mean, first off, is her name, Miss Marvel. I stated before, I will state again, the original Miss Marvel is Carol Danvers. And if you remember, I actually showed that Carol Danvers takes on the moniker Miss Marvel, but then Kamala Khan ends up taking it. Why? I'm not sure. I've never read the Kamala Khan Miss Marvel series, so I'm not sure how that shifted. But then we get one of the biggest things that make me go, oh my God, Am I happy with this or not? It's been something I've been looking forward to, guys. And that is...
There's something different.
What Bruno said to Kamala about her genes.
Like a mutation.
Kamala Khan's the first mutant, guys. Kamala Khan, I guess, in the MCU, is the first mutant. Listen, I've been wanting mutants, yes. And I'm happy that they are acknowledging it through this series. But as the crowning moment of mutant, I should be excited, and I'm not. And that's what's disappointing to me. It's like, why shouldn't this be a bigger deal to me? And it's not. Maybe it's because of the character, because understand, what makes me upset too is Kamala Khan should be a character I love. She's a lot like me in that whole Marvel excitement, you know. I would have Marvel comic posters and pages from extra comics I had on my wall when I was younger. So she seems like the type of person that I am, which also brings me into the other part of this show, Captain Marvel's entrance. Now, if you remember, Miss Marvel Kamala got swapped into the wall, and then Captain Marvel's here. Is this Captain Marvel, though? That's what I'm confused about. See, you can see the clothes are shortened, so it feels like she's in a smaller outfit, like it's a smaller body. And the way she reacted was, like, more different. Like, is it Captain Marvel shocked she's in this kid's room? Or is it Kamala Khan in the body of Captain Marvel? Well, first and foremost, I'm going to state this. I think it's Captain Marvel. I think she's shocked she's here. She doesn't know why she's here. And, of course, it then ends with Miss Marvel will return in the Marvels, which is the movie that will have Captain Marvel and so on and so forth in it. So, here's my thing, okay? Again, my situation on all this is that the show's not horrible, but it's in a dark realm of, like, where does it fit in the Marvel Universe outside of maybe grooming it for something totally different. And if that is true, I'm okay with that. But using this as our first sign of mutants kind of frustrates me. And everyone knew somehow Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel, might be involved in the show, but her lackluster entrance in the end credits seems not that good. I don't know, guys. I want to know what you guys think. Comment below and tell me what you guys think of the season finale of Miss Marvel. I feel like it wasn't as big as I wanted it to be, or maybe I'm just becoming tainted to so much Marvel that it's not as exciting as it used to be. I don't know. I mean, Thor Ragnarok's ending made me happy. Way more than this one did. Anyway, guys, comment below. I'll see you guys in my next review of whatever Marvel it might be. Oh, it's going to be She-Hulk. I'll see you guys in She-Hulk. I'll see you guys in the Star Wars series. And I'll see you guys in the next review. As always, I'm Putty with the G-Pot crew. And you know what we do. We do reviews of Miss Marvel and other shows for you. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.